Hello, welcome to my woodshop tour 2015. This is, it's less of a woodshop and more of a 100-year-old garage that I'm trying to improve on. But, it's pretty cold, as you can see. I'm bundled up. I have a propane heater, Central Ohio weather. It's a little cold. I have the door open at the moment just to help out with the light, but this actually heats the place up pretty good. As you can see, it's really red hot. So anyways, I'll get started here. This is where I do pretty much everything that I get paid to do from time to time, and where I waste a lot of time well, I wouldn't call it wasted time, but I spend a lot of time in here doing stuff around the house and just making stuff, whether it comes out good or I just ended up learning a lot of lessons on how to not make stuff. This is where it happens. I've only been doing this about a year. I started woodworking 2014 and have been building up ever since, starting upgrading tools and everything, but this is what I have at the moment. This is pretty much more or less a milling station, 10-inch Craftsman table saw that I'm going to be upgrading soon to a new model. This thing is a little shaky. It's an older model. It's good because there's a lot of cast iron parts on it, so it's a little more heavy duty, but the metal's kind of warped, and I obviously need a new fence. It's not the best thing going on, but I make it work and try to keep it as safe as possible. 6-inch Porter cable joiner. I love this thing. It's been tearing stuff up for me. It's a lot. It's really good to have on a project that I've been using. I have a Porter cable thickness planer here. This is actually a new blade guard that I just got for it. The old one, I had a cutting board explode on me and ruin the blade guard. It didn't really, I'm not sure why that happened. I'm still befuddled by that, but I don't know. Stranger things have happened, I guess. My drill press, I pretty much use it for Forstner bits. Obviously, being a woodworker, it doesn't get a lot of action, but when I do have to use it, I'm glad I have it. It was actually given to me by my dad. Same thing with the table saw. He's actually helped me out on a lot of this stuff. He's had stuff in the basement hasn't used forever, and I probably wouldn't have been able to get into this without him. I absolutely wouldn't have been able to get into it without him. Grinder, haven't got to fixing that up yet. I'm still debating on whether or not to shell out just like the $45 to get a brand new one, a really nice one at Home Depot. So this is my turning station. I've really been getting into this. This is 10-inch turn crafter commander, variable speed, super quiet. You can see I got it on the low RPM setting here, but you can, it's 1,000 RPM. You can hardly even hear it. It's awesome. I like it a lot. It's a PSI, Penn State Industries. I'm pretty sure I got a Penn State Industries set of chisels here. They get quite a bit of use, as you can see. Some Harbor Freight chisels over here my dad picked up for me. I got some turning blanks down here as well. Extra tools. This is the chuck system I have on it, a Barracuda 2 key chuck system. I got off of Amazon for like $130 or something like that. It works really good. Helps me do a lot that I wouldn't do with just a regular faceplate. This is the router table. It's a Blue Hawk. I think it's a 1 horsepower. It's okay. I got it when I didn't know a lot about routers or router tables or anything like that. And now that I have it, I built up a collection of router bits and kind of wanted to upgrade to something I could do cabinets with. So I got this guy a couple days ago, actually. My dad helped me out with it, surprise, but it's a 2 1/4 horsepower Hitachi, and I'm pretty excited to get this guy out and start tearing up some cabinets and doing edging and stuff on it. So this is where I keep the majority of my wood. There's a lot of the more exotic hardwoods and exotic woods, Australian walnut. There's some Mexican ebony, coffee nut, ambrosia maple, lots of walnut. I love walnut and cherry. Yellow heart, purple heart. These are softer woods, some cedar, and then regular pine and stuff I do prototypes out of, so I don't have to ruin hardwood. And then scrap wood. Here's my shop vac. It's a rigid. It's actually newer. This thing's a workhorse for sure. One of my projects I'm going to be working on the next few months is dust collection and air filtration. Now that I have these tools, I've just as a woodworker and as the shop has progressed a lot quicker than I've anticipated, so I got to take a step back from the actual tools and start worrying on air filtration and better dust collection. This is the workbench area. As you can see, tons of hand tools, basic joiner, sanders, drills, jigsaw, circular saw, hand planers, Craig jigs, some air nailers, another router. Believe it or not, there's another router underneath there a buddy gave to me. And then some more hand tools up here, pull saw, stuff like that. I just started using this guy, and I'm using this right now to work on a wine rack that I'm making for a guy I work with at the base. Yeah, 10-inch bandsaw, that's getting upgraded to a 14-inch, probably a Porter cable from Lowe's. Soon, probably income tax time. More hand tools, more wood, random wood storage and wood bits that you don't want to throw away but you don't know what to do with. These are my chemicals. My glue is in the house. Since we've had freezing temperatures out here, I didn't want it to get ruined, so I took it in the house. Oh, another thing, I keep builder's paper on my workbench, so when I do glue stuff, it doesn't ruin the top of the workbench, or at least I can kind of preserve it a little bit longer that way. More wood, that's all cedar. Air compressor. In the spring, I'm going to be getting into upcycling, or I want to get into upcycling furniture, or antique furniture anyways. And so I might upgrade my air compressor so I can paint and finish that furniture quicker, not have to do it by hand. This is a rigid combination spindle and belt sander. This thing is awesome. I love it. I got random orbital sander. This is the wine rack I'm working on at the moment. It's going to be a 3-tier wine rack, and it's on top of a bunch of cutting boards I'm in the process of making also. I have like 3 big projects going on at the same time right now, as I'm sure every garage woodworker does. Compound miter saw, some extra lighting, and of course clamps. I have nowhere near enough, obviously. No one ever has enough clamps. It's a lesson I learn every project that I do. I need a different size clamp, a smaller one, a bigger one. It's a constant reminder in woodworking. This is the workhorse of my shop at the moment, the radial arm saw. I do a lot of cutting boards and stuff to generate a little bit of some trickling income in order to buy new tools, stuff like that, or to just get people's attention. It's an easy thing to do, and for some reason people just love cutting boards. It's ridiculous. And it's a lot safer to cross-cut the segmented pieces of cutting boards and stuff on the radial arm saw than it is on the table saw with a big 8-foot board, which is how I buy them. So I have this little setup here, a rigid flip top, basically like a work support little table, and it can go at different angles. So it's pretty cool. I like it a lot. And yeah, this my homemade fence has seen better days. Obviously, I've done a lot of stuff on it, and I want to upgrade this soon. Probably find something on Craigslist, since there's not a lot of places around where I'm at, Central Ohio, besides Columbus and stuff like that, where I can find a store that has a really good radial arm saw in it that's not like, $600, which I don't want to spend. So if I can find something for $150, like a 10-inch one, on Craigslist, I'm probably going to end up doing that. So some of the projects that I've been working on, this is the wine rack here. I just started doing the supports to hold the wine bottles in here, and that's going to be on all of them. It's going to be 5 bottles per hexagon, and then they'll stand up as a 3-tier once I clean them up and get them finished. And hopefully the guy I'm making for will like it. I got some grapes I scroll sawed on the side of there for wine, I guess. Yeah, there's cutting boards. That's Purple Heart and Yellow Heart. I just got a really good deal on it, and they were the easiest thing I could make out of them quick. To get $50 a piece for, so that's $200. It paid for the wood a few times over, so I have, those 2 big pieces left over that I can make some cool stuff for the house with. This is the tabletop I started a little bit ago, and I'm waiting to do the legs until I have some more coffee nut. So this is pretty much it. This is my shop that I have going on at the moment, and it's really cold. So if you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comment section down there, and don't forget to like and subscribe, or send me a message. I'm on Reddit's woodworker, or r/woodworking subreddit. So thanks a lot for coming, taking a tour of my shop today.